Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. Today I'm going to try to summarize the whole Magnus Granath versus Craig Wright case in the Norwegian court system. It's been 2 weeks since it started, and the 7 days. First week it was Monday through Friday, and the second week it was Monday and Wednesday. And I just had to lay a little back, think about this whole case, look at some notes, and try to digest it a little bit. Also to check out what are the BTC and BSV camp doing. I think I'm definitely at the BSV side now, so I'm stuck there, I guess. But uh, to me, I think Craig Wright won this case without any doubt. There's many reasons for that, but I will try to go through them all. So I feel like Granath's team, they went they summarized it the last day, or on Monday and Wednesday this week. They say everything Craig has ever done is forged. He's a scammer. Blah blah blah. All the evidence they put up in this court case is evidence that he is lying and he's not Satoshi at all, and also just hasn't very much to do with Bitcoin in the starting days. And to say that, I think you need more evidence and proof than they served in this case. Like, they used what's out there on the internet. Like, let me remind you that this case started with Granath's lawyer showing a Wikipedia site of Craig Wright. And that's really the theme for this whole case. They pointed at Reddit, Bitcoin Talk, Wikipedia, and other parts of internet, like some blog posts. And like BTC Camp does, it really took support on this social consensus, whatever that is, and explained it that Granath did do this because he believed or know that Craig is a fraud, and I believe him. Like he, it seems like he believed that Craig has nothing to do with this Satoshi pseudonym, and but that's not really the case there, because I think Craig's lawyer tried to because this case isn't, and the judge was very clear at this from the beginning that she won't take any part in saying who is who, and but Craig's lawyer, he started with trying to, like, the Satre posts or blog posts that many of the BTC people try to use as evidence against Craig Wright. The Craig's lawyer said that it wasn't about Craig being Satoshi at all, and I think that's in a lot of these evidences that, and he says it. Craig says it himself, like, I don't care if you believe I'm Satoshi or not. That's up to you, really. And from his story, I understood that he didn't really want to be Satoshi. But, you know, media and this world are always out to find out everything. And I think you have many cases where media has gone too far to destroy people's life. And you can see why Craig wanted to stay anonymous or under this pseudonym Satoshi. And his stories check out, like all the different witnesses he took in was explaining their own life story, where Craig was a part of it somehow. And like taking 6-7 different people from around the world with high job status coming in to lie for Craig Wright, for a Norwegian troll. I don't. It's not that. So the stories check out, and most of the guys testifying, they didn't really care at the time for Bitcoin, or it was explained like bits and parts of it. But yeah, it's really up to you if you believe Craig is Satoshi or not. I think the technology speaks for itself. And that was also a part of this case. Like, Craig's team, like Manshaus and Helle, the guys from Shut, you can see they have done this IP cases before, because they are very good at, like, the judge has no idea of what Bitcoin is at all, but they explained it in very simple terms. Like, Manshaus used a goldfish bowl to explain what Bitcoin is, and also how the keys work. Like, it's a password, you can write it on a note, then you can break up the note and put it in different parts. Leave one here and leave one at a family member or something. And the case was really about, like the judge asked Craig in the end of his testimony, why don't you sign, and why do you actually go to this case in Norway to don't sign? And like you said, like, I think it's a point in time where it's too late as well. And he also explained that like, getting access to this private key for the first blocks is something he hasn't explained why it's not possible, but like, when you go into, okay, I have a trust and it's a corporate trust, and then we got I got explained on Twitter, like, he using this Shamir scheme, or not scheme, but Shamir to calculate the private key, but you need these different parts to calculate the key. And just think, if you sat on 1 million Bitcoin, like, would you have access to it? Like, you can any point in time just to go and take this out, spend it, or and also the aspect of people stealing it, hacking. Like you need like some super secure scheme to keep this private key secure. And why should you go out in the world, sign with these keys to show like a lot of whining people, idiots on the internet that, oh, hello, I'm Satoshi, and okay, you might get some more people interested, but it's just so the judge as well didn't ask anymore when he explained that it's a trust, it's a corporate trust. I can't just take this private key and sign. It's harder than that. And they can't really go into that information. It's up to Craig, basically, and I think he has made a smart move on his trust. Like, and why should we explain what the trust is at all? You want to keep the Bitcoin safe, so I guess that's the only way to do it. It seems very smart. It got me thinking, like, I need to have some trust myself. And also, when at times I can play a little bit more than I should in the shitcoin market, like, okay, if I don't have access to my own money, it's a good thing. And when you talk 1 million Bitcoin, it's, of course, you need to hide that from yourself, both for privacy, security, and yeah, it's just a smart move. And at this point, like, I think the guys who really cares, they know that Craig is Satoshi, and like me coming in at a later part in 2017, it's probably some other people that was in the circle of Craig that isn't haven't got their applause, I guess, but I don't think everyone involved really wanted that. And that I can see around this case as well, like people are getting doxxed, and like it's a very toxic environment, and like for me, I want to spread Bitcoin. It's a fantastic technology, and I used the last 2 weeks to deep dive even further into my own knowledge of Bitcoin, and understand that, like, I have a lot to learn, but also I can understand more of it than most of the people, I guess. It's I think it's still an early stage. Like, we need more data, and but the biggest chain at the moment, like the most proof of work, is BSV, and that just makes sense for me to follow. It works. It's cheap to transact, and also I can build technology on top of that. For me, I'm a designer, so I try to understand, like like one of the bigger problem is how to manage keys, and I see like this hand cache app is perfect, and it doesn't need to be about keys. We need to do it's simple for people to use, and I want to use Bitcoin to make applications without the user actually knowing it's Bitcoin. But back to the court case, like it's been a lot about how this actually was about BTC versus BSV, and I think that shows in the coverage from Bitcoin Magazine. Like they blur Granath's face, but at the same time he goes to the Norwegian media, Dagens Næringsliv, and show himself in a lot of different pictures, where he more presented like this little guy against a billionaire from London or something, which is a patent troll or whatever. Like I think also like the most hard evidence against Craig in this case was the KPMG report, which found a lot of things wrong with Craig's documentation being Satoshi, but you have to remember, like, Craig doesn't want everybody to know, but at the same time show enough proof that and that was, I think, what Craig's lawyer tried to actually do was, okay, you call Craig a fraud, but why? On what terms? Like, oh, he's claiming to be Satoshi, but at the same time, does Craig really like claim that it's somewhere in the middle? So it's a little paradoxy, but at the same time, the KPMG report, I think, probably good forensics on the papers Craig provided. Like, there was a lot of things that didn't seem to be normal between different versions of documents and such, like the metadata and fonts used, and but then we had BDO like recreating a lot of the same KPMG did, and had the same findings. You can say that something had happened with the documents over the years. But they also stated that KPMG's testing methodologies were a little bit lacking. Like, if you try to recreate like open a document on a computer in 2008, it's important that the testing environment is like set to 2008. Like it came out like KPMG just used Windows 10, a modern computer, and opened it like just turned the clock back on the system. But BDO pointed out that, hello, 2008, 2007, you need to use Windows XP or Vista to have the actual environment that was used when putting these documents front and back. And I didn't remember exactly, but from Vista to Windows 7 or something, there was some difference in Microsoft Word when you had the metadata for time in the document when you're writing time, and that didn't stop when the computer hibernated. And Craig had like probably like I know a lot of autistic PC guys. They have like 10 laptops laying around, And when you're writing documents, copy back and forth, maybe copy and paste something, and scanning documents, putting it in another document, using different operative systems like Linux and Windows. It's just I don't I don't think like the KPMG pointed out a lot of things that is wrong, but at the same time they didn't actually prove anything. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, like Granath's team, they just wasn't like, they tried to just discredit Craig the whole way. Like, and the first day they said as well, like they were talking about ATO, and then they suddenly said something about Craig buying 1 million bitcoins from a Russian exchange or something. Like, it's just absurd things they said. And they discredited everything, like Craig's a fraud, every document he's provided is wrong, blah blah blah. Granath did nothing wrong, he just spoke his thoughts, and and he was doxxed because bad Calvin and bad Craig found this guy, and it's just I don't think Granath stands a chance there. Also, like the feeling of it all, like having the judge pointing out almost every time Granath's lawyers talking that, hello, we need to keep the time in mind here, and they went like the first day 40-50 minutes over. And on day 2, like, you had Craig's lawyers like having pointed at the clock, and we are finished some seconds before the time. It's a bit of contrast there on the professionality on the lawyers. And also I feel like the first days, I think Granath and the people around him and the lawyers, they were the normal, like they weren't happy or negative or anything. They just were there to present their case. But over the days, they got more and more, I won't say angry, but you could see them when I was in the courtroom, and also in the breaks, like they going past me. They just felt more and more angry and lost, and I don't know. And at the end of it, like, the lawyers were just almost screaming that Craig's a fraud, Craig's a fraud. But at the other time, you had like Craig, and he was smiling, like speaking with some supporters that were there, and also just having a good time. I like the meme where he sits with a headset and just seems like he had a great time at the end. And yeah, just the feeling of it all as well. It felt like they knew, Granath's team knew they didn't have the greatest case in the end of it all. Also, the judge at the end of it, like when they were discussing costs, I think Granath's team pointed out 5.6 million or something for the cost of this case. translates to about a little bit more than $500,000. And when Craig's team was asked, they had like 7.5 million kroners without tax, and they didn't put in the BDO and cipher report. And the judge said, "Oh, you need to put that in the next days." So I think that adds up to over $1 million at least for the cost on Craig's side. Plus, eventually the 100,000 kroners or $10,000 Craig wants here. So it will be expensive for Granath, but I don't feel sorry for him. He that's also something, like the story of Granath here is for me a little bit shady, but I can't say anything because I haven't proof of anything. But the company CT, I don't know if Granath was like this central role of pointing out BTC, but like this Røkke guy, one of the top 10 richest people in Norway, that actually lived for Switzerland recently. He invested like 500 million kroners or $50 million and wanted the Bitcoin, like investing in it. And when you see the investment papers for CT, they say that they point out like some green things, and also like to me what feels like the real Bitcoin protocol, after all, BSV. And Granath was there for half a year. Maybe this court case was the reason for him leaving, but you have to keep in mind that they invested in the top of it all. I don't know, but I heard when Bitcoin was BTC was at 50,000 or something. So they have lost at least half of it. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but I guess Røkke is not the only one. And also, like for me, it was very special to see this Norwegian ecosystem coming in, explaining that BTC and Lightning is the way to go. Granath did nothing wrong. He's just a supporter of it all, and I feel like that's showing through that like the whole ecosystem is false. It's I don't even know what to say. It all seems like a scam to me now, the whole cryptosphere, and yeah. For me, anyways, BSV is the only real thing, and this court case is just another proof that Craig is right here. If you believe he's Satoshi or not is not that important, but he supports the original Bitcoin protocol, and he has a lot of knowledge of what Bitcoin is and what you can do, and I think like concepts that most of us cannot even grasp at this time. So yeah, it's been fun watching this all, and guess for me it's about the design of it all, I guess, and wanting to try to build something on top of BSV. Also try to make a few of these videos, I think this court case can be little hard to. It's not that hard to grasp, but there's a lot of details that bring it down into these different unnecessary things. And the most important thing here is that Bitcoin is still alive under the ticker BSV, and thank you, Craig Wright, for proving that in the court. I think that will help in the future when there's other court cases and we starting to get regulated. I think that's about time, because the whole ecosystem is only a scam, and we need to actually use this technology instead of just gatekeeping its possibilities and investing in that. And Bitcoin is a paradox in many ways, so I think in the long run, this period of Bitcoin getting hijacked is important for the history books, because you can see how easy humans are tricked into believing and knowing, and it's just very, very interesting. So yeah, that's about it for my thoughts on this court case. Anyways, I think Craig wins this one 100%. There might be some, I don't know how these cases are ending, and that some of the points might go either way or something, but and we see that from other cases that okay, Craig won, but here's £1 or something, and you can cast the narrative the way you want. But I think the important thing here is that Craig has won every court case, and he will continue to do that because Craig Wright is right, and I don't think he goes to a court case without knowing what he's doing. And I think Granath underestimated this or something, or doesn't even get it at all. Okay. So keep it cool. Have a great day, and see you.